Hi, yogis. Welcome. I am so happy to be here with you again today. We are just doing a little bit of a stretch for releasing wrists, shoulders, and neck, a little bit upper back. So, great little practice if you feel like you carry a lot of tension in your neck, your shoulders, if you work at a desk on the computer all day. This one's for you. So let's get started. We'll just start and take a moment just to take a couple breaths to get into our practice. So seated, close your eyes, take a big breath in through your nose. Let your day go with your exhale. Again, deep breath in. Let it go. One more time. Beautiful. Let's take our hands and just make a fist with your two hands and start to roll your wrists around. Roll the wrists around. Allow just some movement there and go in the opposite awkward. Awkward is all everything. I don't know how many times I've done this. It still feels the strangest thing ever. Beautiful. Shake out your hands, take your palms together, making a prayer, and as you drop the wrists down, you're lifting the elbows up and just feeling a stretch in your forearms, but also across your chest and in your armpits a little bit, and then slowly let the heels of your hands come apart, and then fingers are stretching. Try to keep the thumbs engaged. Our fingers are all different lengths from each other, so doing the best you can, depending on what you're dealing with, right? And then slowly, pinkies and thumbs will come apart in those last three fingers. And then we take the hands, backs of the hands, and it's almost the opposite. You're lifting the wrists up a little bit and dropping the elbows down, spreading the fingers out. Feel the backs of the wrists open up. Nothing should hurt when you're doing this, so don't go into a place that's like excruciating, right? All right, shake out the hands again. Push your palms to the side walls. Spread your fingers nice and wide. This is a great one to do if you work at a desk, just to do in the middle of the day. Stretch your arms out. And then we're going to roll through our fingers. So pinky finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, thumb, and wrist turn down. Beautiful. Flare your hands again. Spread your fingers. Try to straighten your arms hard. Pinky ring, middle, index, wrist down. One more time, spread your fingers, pinky ring, middle index, thumb, wrist down. Shake out your hands. Bring your fingertips in front of you onto your space. Fingers are facing towards you, a little bend in your elbows, and just one more time, stretch the wrists out. Breathe into what you're feeling. My hands aren't totally flat on the ground. Yours might not be either. We want this in our forearms. We want this in the belly of our muscles, not our elbows. That's why we're not locking the elbows out here. All right, that's enough for me. Shake out your hands. Let's come onto our hands and knees. We'll do a few rounds of cat-cow to help release our back. So just release the shins. Melt your heart, gaze forward, throat opens. Exhale, round, head gets heavy. Again, inhale, melt your heart, chest and throat open. Exhale, round. Couple more. Inhaling. Round, exhale. Inhale, melting heart. Widen across collarbones. Exhale, round, spine, navel in. Last time, inhale. And round exhale. Find neutral in your spine. Lift your left hand up and just twist your torso open. And as you're here, notice how my left hip is dipping. Lift your left hip up. So you're trying to keep your lower back pretty flat. And then bring your right hand down and just switch. Left hand lifts. Left hand down. Right hand lifts. Oof. Right hand down. Left hand lifts. Left hand down. Going a little deeper this time. Right hand lifts. Thread the right arm through, shoulder and chin or sorry, not chin, your ear down. And you're just pressing through your left fingertips, getting your upper back to release. If you want, you can tuck your left hand around your back towards your right hip, getting into the shoulder a little bit more. Take a couple rounds of breath here. One of my more favorite stretches. I think our favorites become the ones we need the most. At least that seems to be the case for me. Beautiful. Let's take just a couple more breaths here. Really get into that space of opening up, clearing out stagnant energy, creating some room to grow and breathe. Left hand releases to the earth. Right hand, just take it to the sky just to release your back. And then place your hand down. Left hand reaches up. Thread left arm through, shoulder, cheek or ear down. Press your right fingertips. Kind of lift your left hip crease up. So you're trying to kind of fight against turning all the way underneath with your hips. And just find a place that feels good for you. You can also take your right arm this time and wrap it around your back if that feels good. If it doesn't, don't do that part. And then we're here, we're breathing, we're seeing. Where do we feel this? If you've been really, really stressed out lately, just this little bit of movement to get like the stagnant energy to move out of the body just does wonders. You'll notice that you just feel like a little bit more at ease for the rest of the day. Last couple breaths here. All right, let's unwind our right hand to the mat. Take your left hand back up to the sky just to let the spine release. Beautiful. Hands down, sit back towards your feet. Hands interlace at your lower back. If this doesn't feel good, you sit on a block here. Open up your chest or use a strap here. As we're here, we're going to take our hands and wrap them over towards the right hip. Draw the right elbow back. And then slowly bring your right ear down towards your right shoulder. Let your neck go. Eyes are either soft or they're still. Change the position of your head, so maybe you're kind of dropping your chin a little bit more towards your right shoulder. Find a new spot to stretch and just take a couple more breaths. Beautiful. Release your chin down towards the center of your chest. Move the knuckles around and towards your left side waist. Draw your left elbow towards the back body, and then let's slowly release the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Make sure you're not arching too much here, still feeling almost like you're trying to round your lower back, just fighting against going into too deep of an arch. I was feeling my body start to do that. Let's switch positions. Drop your chin a little bit more down towards your shoulder. Find a new spot to breathe into. Beautiful. Chin towards chest. Release your hands from your side body and then just release your arms. Do some big shoulder shrugs here. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down the back. Let's do that about 5 times. Breathing through the movement and then switch directions. Super simple. Why don't we do this more? Good. You're going to come to a standing space. So make your way up to stand. And this is like one of my favorite things to release the mid back. So make sure you have room, right? You're taking your arms and just twisting your upper body, okay? Feet are firmly planted on the ground, and I like to look down when I do this or even close the eyes. For me, Keeping my head still in the center is better. You can turn your gaze though if that feels good. So when your hands come forward, they're really reaching out. I'm going to exaggerate this. They're reaching out, but then they kind of just fly back. And you're hitting your opposite shoulder with your hand. And let's go for about 20 more seconds. Let the mid and upper back tension just melt away here. Try to keep, again, your waist really still as best you can to avoid getting into your lower back. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop, pause, be still. Sometimes you can feel dizzy. We're going to take a forward fold next. So planting the feet hips width or slightly wider. Just come into a fold with nice soft knees. This is basically just to let your upper back and shoulders hang. Let your head hang. Get so relaxed here that you even let your eyes get a little bit of a stretch in their sockets. Visualizing that any tension or stress you're carrying around is just dripping off the crown of your head. Take a breath, and with your exhale, soften a little bit more. Forward fold is such a good way to reset. Let's give it a couple more breaths. If you'd like, come with me, changing the arms. Your hands are just reaching around the backs of your shins, kind of hooking your elbow around your outer shin. Link a finger or two behind and then widen your feet a little bit and just let your shoulders get a little bit more opening. It feels just completely amazing in my upper back. You get the benefit of the legs stretching out, especially if you've been sitting a lot today. Last couple breaths here. Good. Release your hands. Wiggle your feet out a touch wider. Take a Malasana squat. As you come into Malasana, your heels are in, your toes are out, hands to heart. Take a moment. You are upside down, so just might feel a little lightheaded. And as you're here, just feeling space grow across your lower back. This is also great for your wrists. Widen across your chest. I'm going to take this a little deeper just because I love to. You can easily just stay right here. Remember, you can have a block below your sitting bones if you need. So right shoulder comes in front of the right knee, right fingers to the right, and left hand sweeps up. And then I just love letting my head go, kind of think like I'm soaring through the sky with my arms like I'm a bird, and really releasing my back. Beautiful. If you're twisting, switch sides with me. And as you get into that second side, keep your shoulder pressing against your knee to keep your hips opening. Maybe the head hangs, maybe it doesn't. Beautiful. Come back to center. Take a big breath in. Let it go. Beautiful. Fingers down. Let's lift our hips up. Heel toe your feet in a little bit and sit back down on your knees, finding that Virasana. This last one, opening up the shoulders and the chest, so hands interlaced at your back. Opening up your chest. Take a big breath in. Let it go. Deep breath in. Holding the breath, bring the forehead to the ground lightly. Tick your knuckles side to side, letting the shoulder heads dip. Keep holding the breath. When you're ready to release, you come up first. See how long you can go. When you're ready, you come up, release the hands, and let it go. Let's try that one more time. Deep breath in. Interlace your fingers the funny way. Open the chest, let it go. Deep breath in. Let's hold the breath in, forehead to the ground, rock side to side. When you need to, come on up first, release and exhale. Beautiful work. Find your way into whatever comfortable seat that feels good. Come back to making a fist with your hands, and one more time, roll your wrists. Roll them in the opposite direction. Good. Shake out your hands. And let your hands rest on your thighs. Sit up really tall and just let your right ear fall down towards your right shoulder. If you want to accentuate this and make it a little bit deeper, reach your right fingertips, or your left fingertips, opposite fingertips over towards the left. And just to go slightly deeper, but not forcing anything, your right arm will wrap around your head. It will grab across towards your left ear, and then it'll just kind of, not pulling, just the weight of your arm takes you deeper into your stretch. So only if that feels right, you can add that in. And let your chin turn down towards your right armpit. Grab your hand on the back of your head if your hand's there. And again, you're not pulling, just the weight of your arm gets you a little deeper into the stretch. Your opposite hand is reaching away. You might change directions of where you're reaching for you to go deeper. We're all a little different. Good. And slowly bring your chin back towards the center of your chest. You're taking your hand that's around the back of your head, placing the heel of the hand at your third eye center without using the muscles in your neck to lift your head. Push with that hand and lift your head back to neutral. That's really kind of a learned thing. Then release your hand down. Let's do the other side. Left ear towards left shoulder. For some of us, this is enough. We just close our eyes and we breathe. You can reach your opposite right hand away if you like. And you can add your left hand reaching around your head towards your opposite ear. Just the weight of your arm stretches you deeper. Notice if one side feels so much different than the other. If one side is just super tight. Let's change the position of our head. So chin down towards armpit. Hand more at the back of your head. Using that hand only if it feels appropriate to deepen your stretch. Good. Let your chin come slowly towards the center of your chest. Slide your hand to your third eye center. Use your hand to lift your head back up to neutral. Let your hands rest on your thighs. Turn your palms up. Touch thumb to index finger and just close your eyes. Try to find, without looking in a mirror, a perfect neutral in your spine. So most of us are leaning forward or rounding back. As you stack your ribs over your pelvis, feel your shoulders over your hips and the back of the crown of your head lifting, and notice how you can take pressure off of your spine. Take just a couple breaths here, feeling this gentle practice today, letting it soak into our bones, into the memory of our body. Feeling space in your spine. Are you still there? Have you lost it? Separate your teeth, relax your forehead, and just pause for another 3 breaths to yourself. Reset your mind. Whether you're winding down from a day or just getting started, resetting from when you started to right now. Beautiful work. Thank you so much for joining me. Hands together in front of your heart. Let's seal our practice. May the divine in me greet and honor the divine in you. Thank you for joining. As always, like, comment. I'd love to hear and see what your feedback is on your practice right now. And I am so grateful that we have this online community to come together and be with each other through our practice. So thanks again for joining. I will see you again real soon. Namaste.